everybody knows, we only have 10 slots. A couple people are going to have to shove the torches in the ground.
Yeah. One or two have to just shove the torch in the ground.
Oh, I picked a sunny spot. Oh, you said I think, yeah, sunny spot on the hill.
But I do have the sunscreen on, yeah, which is a thing.
Just put it in the ground here. Alright everyone, welcome to your first tribal council as a merged tribe. Sandra, how does it feel for you to have made it to this portion of the game?
Oh my gosh, so exciting. I think for everyone, it's like, that's your goal, is to make it to merge. It's just a huge accomplishment. This game is no joke. It's really tough, and it just kind of boosts everybody's morale and energy to know that they made it this far. And you know, especially with the tribe I was on, the swap tribe, we were on a losing streak, so when we won that last challenge, I mean, it was awesome.
Kiri, you said a few tribal councils ago you're really playing to make it to the merge. You're here now, so talk to me what this feeling is for you.
Well, the best part about making it to merge is being on jury, and we haven't been told that we're on jury yet. So I accomplished about 0.5 of what I aimed for. So I guess now my new goalpost is I want to make it to the jury at least.
Okay.
And then I'm sure once I make it to the jury, I'll be like final 5, final 3. So I don't. It changes every round.
Charlie, how was that merge feast?
That merge feast was absolutely scrumptious. We had burgers, we had fries, we had mushrooms, we had all the fixins, and I cannot thank whatever restaurant sponsored us enough.
Insert name here.
Insert name.
Trinica, do you think that food is going to be what gets you through at least the next few days of the game?
No, I cooked it out this morning. Yeah. But it was really delicious. It was a morale booster for sure. Physically, I don't think it's going to help me. I'm being prepared, but emotionally, yes. It was delicious.
Well, as we've been talking about all season, the players who were voted out would have a chance to come back into the game at some point. That came into fruition yesterday. Maddie P, you were one of those two people. You were a bit of a revolving door. You were voted out, came right back into the game. So walk me through what it felt like for you to get voted out and come back in so fast.
It was a big surprise, both the vote and also, I guess, what happened at Battleback. I was not expecting to be able to earn my way back into the game, but here we are. And it just felt like a little summer vacation over at Redemption for a little bit, and to catch up with a lot of people that I had never met or spoken to within the game, and that was really interesting to hear their perspectives on a lot of the other players. And just their experience and what they felt. But coming back in last night, going straight into a challenge, it was chaotic. And I think there have been so many conversations, people haven't really stopped. We're all exhausted and probably thoughts aren't running quite as clear as they were before I got voted out.
Shauna, same question. You also were able to battle your way back to the game. Talk to me what that feeling meant for you.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to get back in either. Sorry. I'm happy I did. Like, this is an awesome group of people. I just feel like that this is so dramatic because it's not what it is. So for anybody who's actually had this, then please know I'm not trying to downplay your experience, but I kind of feel like I had like a near-death experience, you know? 'Cause yesterday morning I was like voted out of the game and then came back in, and you know, you hear people talk about who have like had those experiences that they're like not afraid of death anymore, but they're like at peace. They're like I'm not afraid of dying anymore. Now I know what it's like, and it's not as bad. So I know that's fine. It's just yeah, I don't know. I'm just emotional.
Melissa, this is a factor of the game that I don't think people really understand until they do it themselves. His emotions are heightened. The emotion Sean's expression is real. It's raw emotion. It, so what? Let me phrase it this way. It's not surprising to see anybody in an emotional state at this point in the game, right? We're 5 days in. There's been a lot going on in the game.
Yes, I think it's ironic you're asking me that question since yesterday I was crying so hard I couldn't answer your question. Emotions are real. We all want to be here. Like, this is a group of people that are fighting really hard. Nobody is a weak link, and there's so many moving pieces, and we're all fighting really hard for something. So when you put a lot of passion, a lot of emotion comes out as well. So I feel for Shauna. I really do. I feel the same way she does.
Hannah, this is a game all about not trying to stand out. And Maddie P and Shauna, they are the only two people who can say they've already been voted out. So, do you think that is a fair reason to target them, or are they on an equal playing field as everyone else?
I honestly think that they're on an equal playing field because everybody has had some sort of betrayal or betrayment. There's different types of like physical or mental threats.
Bring it out.
Pardon us.
Dang torch on fire.
Go to commercial break.
We'll be right back.
Right after these messages from Bricks and Brews.
The sponsor of our merch feast.
You burning my torch?
I know, but I don't want. I'm going
It's
to
my torch. That's
Nobody
mine.
knows it.
Okay. All right.
That wasn't a big scene or anything.
No, no big thing.
Not all the torches is mine. But
Or a cigarette. Of course.
yeah.
Sorry about that. Hannah, Sorry about that. Hannah, you were saying?
Just that it could be a reason, but I think there's so many other factors to consider that I don't think it's the only thing that people are considering.
Carl,
Yes.
there's a lot of dynamics at play here, one of which being the original tribal lines. So those bonds that were formed in the first 2 or 3 days or so, how strong do you think those could be now that we're on day 6?
I believe there's a few bonds that I made on, our original tribes that really meant a lot to me. And being separated from maybe those bonds at the swap and then coming back together was really good to, get to know, get to see, some people again. Not gonna lie, I haven't been sleeping well in this game. I said that the other day, and we merged yesterday, and we went back to my original camp where I was, and today was the first day I think I slept the whole night through. I don't know if it was that great food that y'all gave us, or if it was like just a feeling of being home, so to speak.
And do you think finally getting what you call some good sleep, do you think that will have a positive impact on the rest of your game?
I think I was severely lacking sleep, and I don't know how I was pushing forward. I was just pure adrenaline. But when I opened my eyes for the first time this morning and it was light out, I wasn't sure. I'm like, what the heck, and I sure hope it does, because I definitely feel a lot better now that I've had a little bit of rest.
German, other dynamics at play are the swap tribes. You guys spent 2 or so days with those swap tribes. So do you feel like the bonds and alliances or whatever formed in that phase of the game will carry through to the merge?
I think it'll be a factor. There was about 2 or 3 days that we were all together. New bonds have been made. I think people are gonna do what's best for their game, and sometimes you just gotta decide if you're gonna stick with who you started with or if you're just gonna switch it up.
Ethan, you have the title of winning the first official individual media challenge of the season. Well done on your part.
Thank you.
What was your motivation to get you through that challenge? Because it was quite tedious.
Yeah, it was very tedious just standing there doing nothing and being extremely tired. my motivation for me winning this challenge is my primary goal coming into this game was to challenge myself as a person and grow and to build evidence of things that I've done here, that I've challenged myself and I've pushed myself to levels that I didn't think I was capable of. So that way, when regardless of the game outside in real life, I can be a stronger person and I can grow my mind and when things get tough in life, I can look back and say, like, I chose to challenge myself and I got through it, and I did it successfully. So when I made a decision to stand there last night, I was not folding. There was never one moment of weakness that I thought I was going to lose the challenge. I was winning the challenge regardless if it took me 4 hours or 8 hours or 12 hours. I use examples of extraordinary people doing extraordinary things, and if people can run hundreds of miles and do just insane things to their body, I can stand still for as long as it takes to win immunity. So that was my reasoning for wanting to win.
Well, Ethan, on top of winning individual immunity, you also are now in charge of making the decision that you have to do right here, right now. So let me figure that out.
I do love decisions.
So, there are 6 fire tokens.
Yeah.
Ethan, for winning individual immunity,
Yeah.
3 of them are yours.
Cool.
You also now are in charge of distributing 2 fire tokens to one person.
Yeah.
And 1 singular token to another. Okay. So I'll come give these to you.
These are yours. These are the other 3. Great. Now to divvy them out right now.
Right now.
Okay. Oh, that's 2.
Ethan, of course, the follow-up is what went into that decision?
I don't know. It was just sort of like people who, there's like 11 other people to choose from. I was thinking of doing it maybe random just to make it, easier. But like we were all on the previous tribe and, we've worked together at least at one stage and I like these people and they can have some fire tokens. It's not really, the fire tokens aren't really a big deal to me. If someone wanted them, they could have asked, but otherwise, yeah.
Tony, he's right. It is only 3 tokens. There's 11 other people, but this is still a game. Each decision has a motivation. So what do you read into Ethan's decision?
I think he explained it well. We were on the 2.0 tribe together, and we bonded well. We were there for a while, and I think it makes sense for him to give it to those 2 people.
Sandra, does the criteria for who you vote out post-merge change from what the criteria might have been in the pre-merge?
It definitely, yes, I would say yes. The dynamic has definitely changed, I feel like, which changes how you perceive things and who you trust, and I feel like there's been a lot of back and forth and a lot of names, and so I think now as a group we're all learning about each other, and I think strengths and weaknesses will definitely come into play, it doesn't change a whole lot. It's still going to go by alliances and who you trust.
Kiri, people on CBS Survivor have often said that the first merge vote is a foreshadowing for what's to come, or it really sets the tone for what the rest of the merge can hold. Do you echo those thoughts?
This is going to sound bad, but I haven't watched a lot of Survivor in the last lot of years, so I don't really know the outcome of that. I haven't noticed the pattern, but I guess I don't also watch it that deep. So anyway, don't vote me out for not watching a lot of Survivor.
All right, everyone. Well, this is that point of Tribal Council where if anybody has anything else they'd like to say, address the group or anyone specifically, this could be your last chance you have to do so. Okay. Talking time is now done. We're just gonna get ready for the voting, and then we'll get going. Chest by the voting box, there are 12 scrolls. However, there are 2 safes for this time around. So keep that in mind. There are 2 safe scrolls in the chest, 10 not safe. Just as a heads up on that. As we get our sunscreen on, which is good because y'all are right in the sun, so I do not blame you. We're going to get to the vote. We're going to start with Kiri.
I got sunscreen on my face.
Melissa.
All right, I'll go read the votes. All right, now once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to the tribal council area immediately. Now, unless everybody has a hidden immunity auto and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so, or an advantage.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and play mine. It's too pretty to go home with. Alright. I'm gonna reluctantly play this on myself. I don't necessarily think I'm maybe getting majority votes. I put trust in the people that I've had the conversations with. I'm hoping this vote proves that loyalty to the ones that I've said what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So, in the case of a hidden immunity idol, any votes cast for that person will not count, and the person with the next highest amount of votes will go home. This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Tony will not count.
Yeah, I want to play my idol.
Okay.
My name was out there, so now I'm scared. So, gonna play mine. On myself.
All right. So this is also a hidden immunity idol, so any votes cast for German will not count. All right. First vote. Tony does not count. 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 Shauna. Sandra. That's one vote Shauna, one vote Sandra. Shauna. It's 2 votes on Shauna, 1 vote Sandra. Shauna. The next person voted out and the first member of our jury, Shauna.
Jury?
See ya.
again.
Shauna, once again, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
Thank
But
you.
but you will come back and have a say in who wins this game. So.
I had a safety without power at the last minute and I didn't play it because Sandra made a good point that if we didn't have the numbers, then they would just pick me off, and if we were able to pull off the move, it would be awesome. We did pull off the move, but I didn't account for all these idols. I should have freaking played that safety without power. Ah, man. Bummer, but I'm glad I made it to the jury. Here we go.
Who are you rooting for still left in the game?
Hannah, Sandra, German, Kiri. Yeah.
Who do you think's playing the best game right now?
I mean, I think Hannah's playing a great game. Those are two great idol moves. I think German has a really cool game that's under control. I think Sandra's also playing a great game. Yeah.
So you win the battle back, you come back in, you've had a crazy road with tons of twists. What does this experience all mean to you at the end of the day?
Oh, it means so much. It was great. I just wanted to hang in there for as long as I could, and I just should have played that safety without power. Fudge. Let's rewind the clock 15 minutes, please.
Any final thoughts?
You should apply. Apply to play Real Foot.
I might not be supposed to be saying this, but you have a lot of supporters online. What do you have to say to those people right now?
Thank you for supporting me. I'm sorry I didn't play safety without power. So if you're like, Shauna, why didn't you play safety without power? I don't know why I didn't play safety without power. I was hoping we could use it to make a bigger move in the future, and using it right at the beginning of the merge just seemed like a flash in the pan. It saved me for a minute, but wouldn't save me in the long game, so I wanted to have some long game plans. But thank you so much for watching and following along. Keep following along.